Hello there viewers and welcome back to the Toffee Takeover, and before we get started on the episode today, I would like to thank everybody that left a comment on the episode yesterday, as well as on my Twitter timeline over who I should be going after as far as a center back or a right backing option, because that's really the most need that I have on my squad right now. Everywhere else is perfectly fine. Midfielders, wingers, definitely not striker, especially if Sandro's doing as well as he is. But yeah, I've taken all your suggestions. I've started scouting them. If there's anybody that I could potentially pick up, one, I'd like to try and get two at the very least into the squad to help bolster the squad and give us a push so we can possibly go after the Premier League title, maybe an FA Cup, maybe even Europa League this season, and then for seasons in the future. What's up, peoples? It's Gendo here, and if you are still enjoying the series, please do go and drop it a like. Now, today, we got a couple of decent matchups for you. We got Spurs in the league, and then the second leg of our League Cup semifinal versus Liverpool at Goodison Park. Of course, we got to show how we did in the first leg at Anfield before we get into that, and also the results of your scouting, and even a transfer has been made. And looking at the results of what happened in the first leg, Liverpool coming out on top, the victors, with a 1-0 victory, almost at the last kick of the game, really, as Mo Salah in the 4th minute of stoppage time, basically running through everybody on defense, slotting it into the left-hand side of the net to give Liverpool that advantage going into the second leg. But it is a 1-goal lead. I feel like we do still have a chance to come back, especially since we're going to be at home. I know it's not really that much of a difference of a home field advantage since the parks are about a mile away. And then we followed that up with a 0-0 draw versus Stoke, which I think it's better that we leave this match unsaid because nothing really happened here. Right, so let's take a look at the short list of who I have scouted as far as center backs and right backing options that I could potentially bring into the club. And we obviously went over a couple last episode. Aymeric Laporte and Issa Diop we obviously can't go after because both of their teams want £60 million apiece just to even talk with them. And obviously we don't have the budget. I only have £58 million, so those are not options. Outside of that, going from what you said on YouTube and what you said on Twitter, Leander Dondecker is somebody that we both agreed on. I actually have made an offer for him, a £26 million bid to try and bring him into the club. At 23 years old, actually 22 years old, looks pretty decent. I'm not going to lie. He could play in a multitude of positions, center back, center mid, defensive mid. I want to strictly keep him at center back right now just to have him work with Michael Keane, but he doesn't look too terribly bad. And then some other options coming in from Twitter. We got Cameron Carter-Vickers, Dayat Upamecano, Malang Sarr, Hidde Travis, Matthias de Ligt, and Alejandro Arribas. And I feel like a lot of these players are young and would definitely need some time to develop, but Alejandro Arribas at 20 years old looks, or 28 years old, looks pretty solid as far as his defensive stats, 15 marking, tackling, positioning. His physicals look solid as well, and I could potentially get him for like £6 million, and I feel like that would be a pretty decent option. Get a young buck and get a veteran into the squad so we can have at least a little bit of young and old tutoring up each other. And yeah, I could definitely make an offer for Arribas at this point in time. His release fee is 5.25, so there we go. Let's suggest the terms. Let's finalize it. Let's get Arribas into the club. And no sooner that I was talking about hoping that Dondecker would approve that contract offer of his, here he comes into the club. £26 million going from Anderlecht to Everton. Yes, he's going to be paid £55,000 a week, but he is more than likely going to be slotted right into the first team. So Leander Dondecker coming into the club. This was supposedly a transfer that was going to happen in real life, and now it has happened within Football Manager. And not only that, but he's Belgian, so he can definitely work with Jordan Lukaku on that left-hand side. Going to have a Belgian left side. But as we're saying right here, as we're looking at this right here, Arribas wanting £44,000 a week. That's not something that I was thinking about. This honestly wasn't something I was looking at either. Pretty sure you'd be going up from $16,000 to $44,000 a week. That's not going to fly, my man. I'm sorry, that's just not going to fly. Maybe we can bump it down to $29, throwing the signing on fee up. Will he accept that? $32? Okay, $32,000. So not too terribly bad, paying a little bit more than I would have wanted to in wages, but we're getting a deal out of this. £5.25 million for another center back. And the funny thing is, they gave me the option to have Kevin Morales talk to him to introduce him to the club. I forgot, another Belgian on the squad. So we got 3 Belgians here now. And another player that I will be making an offer for is Aritz Elizondo, where I really should have pulled the trigger on this guy before the window started. He was valued at £1.2 million right before the window started, and as soon as it hit, Sociedad offered him a new contract, and he's got himself a damn release fee clause of £26 million. I'm weaseling it down, though. As you can see, £20 million is what I've lowered it down to, of course, with like a 20% sell-on clause, but I'm definitely not going to be using that. I'm going to be giving this guy a backup contract. I definitely want him to work us out here as a backup. Clean sheet bonus, definitely up that because, well, that's where he's going to be making the most of his money. I'm definitely going to be sure about that. That's where he's going to make the most of his money. Let me see if that's what he wants. I think I may have overpaid for him. I definitely think I may have overpaid for him, not just in the transfer fee, but also in the contract as well. But Satis Stondo would be a prime backup to Seamus Coleman. And add another to the squad, as Basque is going to be coming in at £5.25 million and $32,000 a week in wages. Arriba. And it looks like we were able to get all three of our men. Satis Stondo coming in, yes, a little bit higher than I would have liked, but with all that money that we had in transfer fees, we were able to sign them all. And so now we signed these three players. Where do we go from here? Well, we're going to be in debt. We're going to be in the red from here on out, all the way up into the summer transfer window. So we got to start looking to sell players off this window if we want to try and balance the books. So Cuca Martina, Ashley Williams, maybe not Phil Jagielka, but Phil Jagielka, his contract is up at the end of the season. I know I'm not going to re-sign him. So we're going to have to try and figure something out from here on out if we don't want to lose too much money. Right, so after all this transfer talk, let's actually get into a match, shall we? Let's play a match. And we're going to be taking on Spurs at home. They're in second place. We're in fifth. And we'll be using the 4-2-3-1 today with Pickford in between the sticks, Coleman, Keane, Basque making his debut, and Leighton Baines along the back line. We got Ghana in the defensive mid spot, Barkley in the center mid. The attacking mids will be Lookman, Siggy, and Morales, and Sandro, of course, sitting up top. We got Elizondo on the bench, so he could potentially making his debut as well. And as far as Dendoncker goes, I feel like Dendoncker may need some time in the under-23s or also facing off against some lower tier sides like a Crystal Palace, like Burnley. So he's not going to be playing today, but he will be getting some match time. Don't worry about that. But as far as this match goes, that's the lineup, so let's go kick off and see how it does. Alright, so kicking off, and I did not show this to you, but Dele Alli is actually not playing today for Spurs. He is actually out injured, so hopefully that does help us out as they don't have a creative force in the middle of the park. 2 minutes on now, ball coming forward to Ademola Lookman, really bad on the pass, and once again tries to slip it through a Spurs player, but it just doesn't work. Sandro now picking it up, he can lay it through, finds Siggy, takes a shot, Siggy! Gylfi Sigurdsson from a pass from Sandro. It looked very bleak at the very start of this highlight, not gonna lie, with the horrible passes from Lookman, but we were able to get it through. It was a horrible pass from Aurier, intercepted to set this whole thing up. Lovely pass from Sandro to Siggy, and slots it in underneath Lloris. 1-0 to the club. Let's go, boys. And since that opening goal, this match just completely died down. There's only been 2 shots more on either side, and nothing really to talk about. Oh, as I say that, highlight, 31 minutes on now. Michael Keane getting himself a cross in, tries to find Sandro. It does fall to Barkley, and he didn't miss by much. And now we got Idrissa Gana Gueye injured, so he is obviously going to be coming off. James McCarthy on the bench, going to be his replacement. And Idris has really been asking for more first-team football as of late. He's really wanted to get more first-team football, and then he got injured. And then he asked for more first-team football, and now he's getting injured again. So I don't know what to do with him. It just seems like he has been constantly hit by the injury bug this season. But we do come up to halftime, and right now there really hasn't been a lot going on. Like I said, since that opening goal, there really has been no sense of urgency, no sense of cohesiveness on either side. Several shots taken from both sides, but really nothing no semblance of an attacking chance. So boys, I'm going to say that things are going well, but we need to clamp it down in the second half. 70 minutes on now, ball coming inside. Baines cannot get the cross in, but we get the ball right back. Morales, get out to the wings. Get out to the wings. Don't just try and blast it through the middle when everyone's bunched down the middle. Seamus Coleman picking it up, gets around 2 defenders. I guess it worked. 19 minutes left to go in this match as Spurs now with the ball and in an attacking area. Christian Eriksen through to Harry Kane. Harry Kane! Oh, did not miss by much once again. 5 minutes left to go. I've made all my subs. Jags is coming on for Michael Keane just because we need a little bit fresher legs along the back line, even though he doesn't have the pace. Oh, Michael Keane! 4 minutes of stoppage time added on to the clock, but it's really just been going away and going away very fast. 30 seconds left. Spurs having one last attacking chance, but they just throw it away as we are coming forward now, just killing the ball, killing the time, and that was a really poor pass. I hope this doesn't really lead to anything. Spurs need to do something in these last 10 seconds, and they're just derping around the backfield, and in the end, it's not going to matter. We're going to come away, it wasn't pretty, but a 1-0 victory over Spurs, that Gylfi Sigurdsson goal in the 3rd minute being the only deciding goal. Not a lot of possession on our side, 4 shots on target in total. We were still able to get that 1 goal and 3 points in the bag. So overall, not that bad, but we really need to be doing better. As a cohesive unit, we need to be doing a lot better. And against Man City, United, Liverpool coming up, Spurs again, Chelsea, we need to be doing so much better. And we cannot be relying on lucky shots and lucky goals if we want to make a push for the title. And looking at the injury, once again, it's another very devastating injury for Idris as he gets himself out injured for another 4 weeks' time. He's had himself 3 injuries this season alone that were at least 4 weeks. Pulled hamstring, sprained ankle, and now twisted ankle, and that's definitely going to hurt when it comes to his speed. He's 28 years old. He's not really gaining anything in the speed aspect, and if he keeps doing anything to his knee, to his ankle, to his hamstring, he's going to lose his pace. It is unfortunate. Now we're down to 2 defensive mids, all coming up to this match versus Liverpool. Oh, you thought I was done with the transfers too right before this Liverpool match? No, we're going after Malang Sarr, the 18-year-old from Nice, who does look fairly solid. He's still going to need a lot more development, so I'm putting him in an offer of £5 million to bring him in and then loaning him back to Nice for the rest of the season. Like I said, just to continue on with his development. In 18 matches, though, a 7 average rating for the 18-year-old, doing pretty well. Now, this is what he's come back to us, and he wants £23,000 a week right out of the gate. I think that's a little bit too much on his part, so I'm going to drop it down to, say, 17,000, and of course his clean sheet bonus is going to go up to about 9,000. We'll see if he's okay with that, and there he is. Beautiful, 17,000, and like I said, we will sign him, but he'll be loaned back to Nice for the rest of the season. But we're not the only players, or I should say we're not the only team going after him. Bordeaux and Arsenal are coming in for him as well, so who even knows if he's even going to sign for us. Oh, hey, Big Wazza wants to talk about first-team football and why he's not getting it. Well, the reason why he's not getting it is because, well, Sandro's doing a lot better than him. So let's talk to Rooney about this because, like I said, Sandro is doing so much better. It says that Davy Klaassen is just doing too well in his position. I could say that to him. And he says, I'm not seeing anything from Davy that you couldn't offer as well. For one, he's fast. And for 2, he can actually score, unlike you. But, yeah, I mean, I could tell him that I could start him a few matches, but I'm sure that's a lie. That would be a big-ass lie. I can always tell him that I can sell him off. He says, I don't want to leave. I just wanted to raise my concerns. Okay, Wayne. I mean, like I said, when Everton brought him in the first place, there just wasn't going to be a space for him. And now virtually, I can see why. There is no space for him, but he doesn't want to leave the club, so whatever. Right, so now it's time for the all-important League Cup semi-final versus Liverpool, where after the first leg, we're down a goal. And we're going to be using the 4-2-3-1 with Jordan Pickford in between the sticks, Coleman, Keane, Holgate, Baines along the back line. James McCarthy's going to be the defensive mid with Ross Barkley the center. We got Davy Klaassen as the cam, Morales on the right side, and Gylfi Sigurdsson as Aram Deuter on the left. And the striker today, it's Sandro. And the winner of this match today will be facing off against either Manchester United or Bournemouth, and they are both tied 1-1 after the first leg. And as you can see, Liverpool coming out with an interesting formation, a V formation that I have not seen them put out all season. Firmino up top, Coutinho and Oxlade-Chamberlain on the wings, Chan, Wijnaldum, Henderson in the middle of the park, Dejan Lovren, Matip, Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right-hand side, a very good youngster out there. And then, is that Danny Ward? Who is that? It is Danny Ward. All we need is 1 goal to send this into extra time. That's all we need. That's all we're looking for. Can we get it done? Gini Wijnaldum is injured, so that's already a sub for them. Coutinho at the top of the box taking a kick. Oh my god, it didn't miss by much. Just clipped the bar. But yeah, so far his first half has been very uneventful. Yes, there's been shots on both sides, but really nothing in terms of highlights. 1 highlight apiece. And this is definitely not good if I want to get anything out of this match, because of right now, it's halftime, and there really hasn't been anything in the ways of an attacking chance for us. As you saw, the 1 free kick from us, but that's about it. Boys, there is nothing that I'm seeing that is good out of this team. And it might just be something that I need to do in terms of switching this formation up. I mean, we got Siggy out here as a Raumdeuter. He's not been doing much of anything out there. If we put him inside as an attacking mid, actually maybe not as an attacking mid, but as an advanced playmaker, maybe we can do something with that. And then if we sub on Yannick Bolasie out here as a winger, maybe that could lead to something. But yeah, something needs to change if we want to get anything out of this game. 2 minutes into the second half now, Sandro with the ball, lays it up to, will try to get it through to Yannick Bolasie. I mean, we're just crowding around. We're just crowding around everybody that's on the back line. Matip and Dejan Lovren do not know what to do. Oh my God, what a strike! Gylfi hitting the crossbar. It could have been an equalizing goal right there. A wonderful strike. Just missing. Come on, boys. I believe in you. Now, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is injured on the Liverpool side. I'm not going to say that we're a dirty team at this point in time, but we really need to get something out of this match. Mo Salah's coming on for him. Leighton Baines with a free kick. Gets it inside the box. Oh, can't really do anything. And now here come Liverpool on a break. Firmino, Mo Salah, Coutinho, the 3 fastest players for the Liverpool team. And it gets to Mo Salah. Mo Salah has just essentially put this match to bed because we need 3 goals. Away goals, I believe away goals do count in the League Cup. If not, then we just need 2. But that was a lovely bit of counter-attacking play from Liverpool. A lovely strike from Mo Salah. You expect him to do that. And it puts it up 1-0 on the day, 2-0 on aggregate for Liverpool. So 20 minutes left, I'm swapping to the asymmetric formation, and 2 subs that I'm going to be making on Yannick Bolasie coming on, as well as Leander Dendoncker going to be coming on as well. So maybe these changes can spark something. We got 18 minutes left to go, but Mo Salah coming through with a free kick. It goes to Matip. Matip through to Firmino, and he didn't miss by much. It's looking really bleak. Emre Can is now injured for Liverpool. I mean, like I said, it's not like we're really trying to injure these guys. The team is just wanting to be competitive and win the ball back, and it's just unfortunate that we are injuring players. And, well, they do the same thing to us, as now Siggy is injured for our squad with 4 minutes left in stoppage time. There's just nothing we can do. Ball coming through to Yannick Bolasie. Gets it back out to Sandro, who fires it. Oh, my God. With 90 seconds left, we get a goal back. But we need 2 more. We needed 3 to send this to extra time. And it was a lovely bit of play from Bolasie to Sandro to get himself wide open for the goal. And at this point in time, it might just be a consolation goal. I don't think we're going to get anything out of this more than that. So in what has been a very violent match, Daniel Sturridge is now injured for Liverpool. So it's 10 on 9. Oh, what are you doing, ref? Yannick Bolasie with 1 final attack. They call it just as he's about to get into the box. Oh, ref, what are you doing? We had 1 final attack that could have potentially gotten ourselves a 2nd goal, but no, ref had to call it short, and we lose on aggregate 2-1. It was a very violent match, not gonna lie. 4 injuries. So Gylfi's out 11 days. It's obviously not ideal, but it's a lot shorter than I thought it would have been. And also, we're not going to be playing in 1 extra match this season, as obviously we're not going to be in the League Cup final. So we got to divert all our attention away from that to the Premier League, which we've been making pushes for all season, as well as the Europa League, because that's what we're going to be doing next time out. We're going to be taking on Villarreal in the first knockout stage of the Europa League, home and away. So hope you tune in next time. And of course, by that point in time, the transfer window will have been rounded up, so we'll take a look and see what our final transfers have been. Win some and lose some versus your rivals. On this day, I guess we weren't just that lucky. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode nonetheless, and if you did, please go ahead and drop it a like, share with your friends, and of course, if you're new to the channel, please go and subscribe for more FM18 content, and if you want to leave a comment in the box below on what you saw today, all the transfers that have been made, all the transfers that I could have made for possibly cheaper deals, and just yell at me for no reason, please go and do so in the comment box below. But anyway, guys, I've been Gendo, and you have been awesome, and I'll see you next time. Take care, and peace out.